There are three ways that you can add classes to the grid. In this short video, we're going to explore the first of these, which is via a CSV import. Remember, no matter which way you're adding classes, the class or classes must exist in the subjects admin table in the setup menu. If you're trying to add a class and the site can't find the subject code, it won't let you add it. This is a check that is in place to help you accurately analyze your data. The analytical reports pages in the site measure trends and costs of each subject from the subject's admin table. So if you're adding classes to the grid that aren't in here, you'll end up with hidden costs that you can't measure. So the site won't let you do it. Okay, so when would you use a CSV import? Well, if you have lots of classes to add in one go, say to a blank grid table, the CSV import is the fastest way to add them. The best example here is a list of core classes that run at junior year levels. They're the same each year, give or take some minor changes, so it would be great to be able to import them rather than adding them one by one. Let's select a subset of these core classes so that we can see everything on the screen. In this case, we're going to choose all classes tagged with the role class 8H. So I'm going to filter by role class and type 8H into the filter bar there. By the way, just as a side note, firstly, you can see that all the classes now that appear on the screen are tagged with 8H in the role class column. These teachers here who are coloured in yellow with a red background, they are inactive teachers. So it's important to note that you don't want any inactive teachers in future grids. Okay, now we just want to export this list of classes here, and you can always export a filtered list simply by running the filter and then clicking export to CSV. And you should notice that the file starts downloading. If you can't find it at the bottom of your screen, it should be in your downloads folder. Okay, so we open this CSV. The best thing about running this export is that it gives you the headings you need for the import. So you could export an empty table if you only want the headings. Now, notice how this CSV has one record per term. I'll apply a filter to see this more clearly. Let's filter the faculty column by HUM for humanities, and we will see that history down here runs in terms 1 and 2, and geography runs in terms 3 and 4. If we go back to the grid, we can see geography here does indeed run in terms 3 and 4, and history here runs only in terms 1 and 2. Let's be a little bit tricky. Let's change geography to terms 1 and 2 for our planner grid, and history to terms 3 and 4. I'm now going to remove the filter. I'm also going to remove the teachers because we want to staff this with new teachers in our planner grid in preparation for next year. Then simply save this file as a CSV. Head to the table into which you would like to import these classes. Press import from CSV, and up the top here, locate your file. Press import, then press OK, and you'll notice that the file starts importing. This is telling you that there are some warnings, and basically in this case, it's because the teacher column is blank. Press OK. You can download the import report over here if you want to check those warnings. We're confident that everything's okay, so we're going to press commit records to database. All records have been imported successfully. Click done, and your table is populated. Notice how history is now in terms 3 and 4 over here, and geography is in terms 1 and 2 up here. As an aside, if you now go to the reports table, say we select the class summary, and we type in 8His for 8 history, we can see that there is now a class in the planner column here. So you can start running analyses on planned classes for next year almost immediately.